Good morning, Dr. Tony in the house. Woo! Hardcore Fit, baby. I'm your fitness and nutrition expert, and today is Friday, which means it's Fun Fact Friday, and I love my Fun Fact Fridays, the opportunity to give you a little bit of fact and factual evidence about certain things, especially dealing with our health, nutrition, fitness, or wellness. Now, some people out there hurt. People with fibromyalgia, or maybe you don't have a actual diagnosis of fibromyalgia, but you're sore all the time. Your joints hurt or your muscles hurt. Now, number one, we have to just make sure that it's not medication doing this, because there are some heart medications out there that can actually make you hurt. So if all of a sudden you were fine and then you started a medication and you start to hurt, check with your doctor, because it very well could be the medication. There are actually two food groups I'm going to talk to you about that create inflammation. All right, and if you're already prone to that kind of stuff, this is going to make it a whole lot worse. All right, number one is sugar. If you're a sugar addict, if you eat lots of processed foods, and I'm not talking about fruit, okay, although it's a sugar, it does digest a little bit differently, and it's not a processed food. I'm talking about processed foods, things that are in packages and wrappers, or things that are flour-based, like cookies and things like that. If you're a big cookie person, or you're a big sugar person, and you're eating a lot of processed foods, those processed foods will cause you to ache. Even if you're an athlete, and as an athlete, my diet wasn't always the best when I was young, and I would ache a lot. And once I really, really clean up my diet, I recover quicker and I don't ache nearly as much. So factually, evidence for me, clinical evidence was personally. Number two, which is one that you probably have never even heard of, okay, omega-6 fatty acids. What the hell is that? All right. It's a fatty acid, all right? You've heard of omega-3 fatty acids. There's also 9, there's a bunch of them out there. But the omega-6 fatty acids, if you eat too many of those, it's not the omega-6 that's so bad. It's if you have too much omega-6 fatty acids in your system. So if the ratio between your 3 and 6 is really, really bad, so you want 3s to be super high and you want 6s to be low, it is an inflammatory condition that it will create. Where do you get these omega-6 fatty acids? Sometimes people supplement them. So in our diets, in our society, you don't need a lot of omega-6s because it tends to be in a lot of the foods. The foods that are the worst for omega-6 fatty acids are anything that is cooked in an oil that is not a coconut, olive, or sunflower. You'll see chips and things like that, safflower oils, vegetable oils, canola oils. A lot of those oils have high omega-6 factors. If you go get and eat fried foods, omega-6 fatty acids are going to go through the roof. It will mess up the relationship between your 3 and 6, and it will create an inflammatory reaction in your body, and that can create and cause aches and pains. So if you have any of the conditions we talked about, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you're staying away from processed foods, drinking plenty of water, and then avoiding the foods or the things that create omega-6 to rise and your 3 to go down. Now, one supplement in particular that can help with your omega-6 ratio is supplementing with omega-3 fatty acids or fish oils. Now, I'm going to warn you with fish oils. A lot of them are bad. Okay, if you go to your local Costco and just get your local stuff, your cheap stuff, it's cheap. It's rancid. That's why you burp and you have all these issues with regurgitation and stuff with the fish oils, because they're really, really spoiled, okay? So you're going to want to find a high-end omega-3 fatty acid from a good manufacturer. That one that I use is Nordic Naturals. Is a good one. It's not the most expensive, it's not the cheapest, but it is a very good omega-3 fatty acid. So that's all I got for you today. So fact is, if you're eating too much processed foods, or if your omega-6s are way above your omega-3s, it will cause an inflammatory reaction in the body and create ache and hurt. You don't want that. So avoid those things. Now, if you want to learn a lot more of this stuff, or if you feel like you need a jump start, we're still looking for 5 more people for our 21-day challenge. And obviously, it's basically a massive nutrition program that I put on and that I designed personally. So come on down, $97, hardcorefitnj.com. /transform21. Love you guys. Who do we got here? Cindy's on the line. Who else we got here? Chris, what's up, what's going on, Dawn? Who else we got? Michelle, babes, how you been, babe? Haven't seen you in a long time. You guys have a great weekend. Be careful. I don't know if it's going to be raining or warm out this weekend, but be careful, and I'll see you guys on Monday because we're going to jack it up on Monday. Monday motivation coming straight at you. Woo! Peace!